loves, it's your girl DeeDee, and welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are doing well. So Eboni K. Williams is back in the news, y'all. So Eboni K. Williams has finally decided to become a single mother. Congratulations to her. That is what she wanted. That's what she dreamt of. That's what she has chosen to do. And quite frankly, that's her business. If she wants to do that, I will grant her that. But you know, people are going to have an opinion. People are going to have an opinion on everything that these people put out, and I think that that is okay too. So she has decided to become a single mother. She basically spoke out on it, said that she is pregnant with her first child. She also spoke on this issue and opened up about it, the single mother by choice community, and how she's moving past the stigmas often attached to the term, meaning the term single mother. So Williams, who is 40 years old, is part of a generation of women redefining what it means to be a single mother. She reveals that she is pregnant, of course, with her first baby, a girl that's due August 16th, and that she conceived via in vitro fertilization, which is IVF, and her previously frozen eggs, and she used a sperm donor. And this is something that she has chose to do, and there's a lot of backlash behind her choice. Yes, it is her choice, but single mothers themselves have often complained about how difficult it is raising a child by themselves, having to do it all by themselves. And for someone who chooses to purposely do this, you know, it is a bit mind-boggling, and also something that people are going to talk about. And before we get into it, you know, people are always going to say, well, she has money. Even if you have money, it still takes what they would call or consider a village to raise a child. And especially if you're doing it by yourself, even though you might have a support system and other people, they can't always be there. And from a woman who have raised several children with a husband and support, it is still difficult. And you can't just assume or think that financially stable individuals are going to have this much better outcome or have it less harder because of the money. No, it doesn't only take money to raise a child. It takes a lot of other skills and a lot of things as well. And two parents in a household is the basic core of what you need to raise a family, in my opinion. And to choose to do it alone is going to be very, very difficult. It's going to cause a lot of stress and sometimes even depression when having to do it all by yourself. So she talked about it. She even goes on to talk about when she told her fertility doctor that she was ready to use the eggs she had frozen 6 years earlier to finally start the journey to motherhood. She said the doctor asked if her and her fiance was still together. She, you know, answered and said that she had ended that engagement years before and had no plans to wait around for another relationship to come along. She says, I am doing this thing solo. She quotes, this is about me, not he. Some would argue that that's a pretty selfish thing to do because it's not just about you at this point. And any woman who has kids knows when you have children, it is not about you. It's about those little ones. You have to put yourself on the back burner, and it's all about the child. And we all know the statistics. We hear it over and over and over, whether some want to believe it or not. The statistics clearly states that children fare better with a two-parent household. And also when it comes to single fathers raising their children, the children fare equally as well. But when we see the rates of children who are raised by single mothers, it's tragic. And of course, a lot of women don't want to accept that because a lot of these women are single mothers, and they don't want to accept the fact that a lot of children that are raised by single mothers don't do as well, we'll say. So you have to wonder in your mind, why would anybody choose to become a single mother, regardless of your financial stability or any of that? We all know that it takes more than money to raise a child. So what about the psychological aspect of the child? All of those things dealing with that child, and how this child is going to be concerned and ask questions as to why they don't have a father. Because in my opinion, I think children need mothers and their fathers. They can have Uncle Joe, they can have Aunt Susie or Aunt Felicia or whoever, or their grandmothers, but children need fathers in their lives. Being raised without a father, I can definitely tell you that you lose stability. You know, there's a part of you that's missing. There's a part that you long for when it comes to not having a father around. And that definitely affects your growth and your development and how you move in life and how you think and how you do things, because you're missing that raising and that the things that come with fathers being in your life. I don't care if you have money, if you don't have money. If you have money, then great for you. You can financially take care of your child, provide the things that your child needs, but can you provide the stability that your child needs in other ways. And I think that's what happens. And that child is going to forever be missing that part in their lives. And as much as you want to spend it once again and try to say, oh, I can raise this child by myself as long as we have money, we have a house, we have all this, he or she is going to be good. No, that child is going to want a father. That child is still may act out because they're missing something. And then ask questions as to why you didn't, they don't have a father in their lives. You got to understand these children got to go to school. They got to grow up. They got to look at other children do things with their mothers and their fathers. And then they got to sit back and ask questions. Why I don't have a father? Why did you choose to do this way? Why couldn't you have a father for me? Why this? Why that? And that becomes stressful to the mothers because they didn't think of that part. You don't think that long term. You think about what you want, how you want to do it. If I can't, have the right man, or if I can't get a man, I'm just going to go do this by myself. And to hell, what's going, how the child is going to be raised and how they're going to feel about all of this. So, I personally think that it's a very selfish act to do something like this. It's her choice. She have the right to do it, but it's a selfish act. Children want fathers. As much as women walk around and say, oh, we don't need men, and men are useless, and men are this, and men are that. No, these kids don't look at their fathers that way. Children don't look at men that way. They look at, that's my mother. They look at, that's my father. They love them both equally because you need two of them. My husband says, you got to have the titty and you got to have the fist. The fist is the father, the titty is the woman. You got to have that emotional side from your mother to nurture you and all of these things. You need that strong side from the father to teach you other aspects of life. And combined with the two of them, children usually fare better. It doesn't mean that we're walking around perfect individuals if you had a mother and a father, but it means you understand the perspective of a man and you understand the perspective of a woman. And so you have both. So I just like to focus on the fact that no matter how you try to spin it, no matter how you want to convince yourself that it's great and, oh, we're changing the dynamics of what a single mother is. No, the dynamics are still the same. Those children need mothers and they need their fathers. And you could go around here and choose surrogates all you want, you're still going to have a difficult time raising that child by yourself. These kids got to grow up. A lot of times I think women think that these babies are going to stay babies forever. No, they grow up pretty fast. And it's amazing how fast they grow and how much they learn. And next thing you know, they're babies. Then they're 2 months, 6 months, a year old. Now they're walking. Now they're talking. Next thing you know, they're 5, 6 in school asking you questions. So that's just my opinion on it. Like I said, everybody has an opinion. You don't have to agree with it. You could disagree all you want, but that's just my opinion on it. Being a mother and being a wife and understanding that even with help with my husband, it's still a lot of work. It's not a choice that I would tell anyone to make. To each his own. If you choose it, that's your business. But I really wish that women would be honest, that even if you choose to, if that's your choice and you make it, to be honest with the things that occur. Because as a mother, I understand what it takes to be a mother. I understand how draining it is and what goes into it. And if you got a husband, your husband can only be there so much. He has to go out and work and make sure that the family is being taken care of financially. So just understand, it's majority of the time the women who are doing the most rearing. Listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this whole Eboni K. Williams situation, her purposely becoming a single mother. What's your thoughts on it? Chime in the comments below. I want to know your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.